Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey of the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and it's time for another exciting episode of Riding Shotgun. Tonight, I have the honor and privilege of riding with Deputy Chris Anterio out of our East Precinct. We're going to have some fun. Hopefully, we put some bad people in jail tonight, but if not, we're going to be out with our community, making sure we're keeping everybody safe. Let's go ride shotgun with Deputy Chris Anterio. Well, Chris, thanks for letting me ride with you tonight, brother.
No problem, Sheriff.
I'm excited about it. Your team tells me you got it going on over here, so how'd you end up with our agency?
So I started my law enforcement career actually in Brevard County, worked for the Palm Bay Police Department. And then before I came here, approximately just hit my 1 year here with the Sheriff's Office, I was working down in the Miami area for the Miccosukee Police Department for the tribal agency.
I was going to say down with the tribal agency down there. Yes, sir.
So you guys have some very good recruiters, both on the recruiting team and just working for you in general. Some of the guys that I used to work with started calling me, telling me all the great things that were happening up here and all the transition that I was going through just from people retiring and the expansion of the agency, and just thought it was a good opportunity to get in with a larger agency, provide more opportunity and places for advancement. Go see if we can't catch up with that Suburban. Driver's not wearing his seatbelt. See if we have a conversation with him about it. So he just went through the Walgreens parking lot, because there he is over there.
The white one?
Yep, with all the windows down.
Mm-hmm.
422 1050. Going to be eastbound 520 at Newfound Harbor. Afternoon, sir.
Hi.
Deputy Anterio, Brevard County Sheriff's Office. The reason why I stopped you is when I passed you there, over off of Cone and South Plimosa, you didn't have your seatbelt on. Figured we'd stop and have a conversation. I see you got it put on now.
Yeah, I was.
But at the time, you didn't have it on.
Yeah.
No problem, sir. You just have your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance?
Yep.
Let me ask you this. Any reason why you turned into those businesses to avoid the traffic light?
I was going to go through the ATM, and I didn't realize that there wasn't a drive-up ATM there. I've never used that bank normally,
Okay.
honestly, and I saw there was a drive-up, and I was like, well,
There you go, brother.
or a walk-up. I was like, I'm not going to mess with that.
Hey, man,
Put
makes
that
sense.
seat back just
All
like
right, why
that,
don't you do
'cause
this?
that'll drive me nuts.
Why don't you go ahead and look for your insurance? Just stay seated in the vehicle.
Yep, I'm just
I'll
gonna
come back
pull
up and
the
check
email.
it. Everything okay with your driver's license?
Yes, should be. I just got it recently, so.
All right, if you need anything, just do me a favor, wave your hand out the window. I'll come back up to you. Don't get out of the vehicle, okay?
All right.
Looks like everything's in order. So here's what I did for you today. Here's your driver's license and your registration. That's first and foremost, so you have your documents. I gave you a written warning documenting that you and I had a discussion about your seatbelt. Obviously, you corrected the issue, so I appreciate that. Just do me a favor. Your story seems plausible about going there, but make sure that if you're cutting through a parking lot, just simply to avoid. I'm just letting you know that that
Yeah.
is an issue.
I realized after
but-
I pulled in there, I was like, man, I bet a lot of people cut through here. And then
No
when
big
I
deal.
pulled out and you were behind me, I was like, man, this really looks bad.
Hey, like I said, your story sounds
Yeah.
plausible to me. I'm just letting you know in the future that if that's what you were doing, just so you know that is also an issue and in violation of the state statutes. I just don't want to see you get in trouble for anything. Looks like you got a pretty decent driving record and everything. So the call that came in is right around the corner. Injured, ill person, person on scene. There's conflicting statements right now, possibly not breathing. One came in as possible deceased person. But then they just updated the call again.
Brevard 20426.
Sheriff's Office.
I'm in.
You good?
Yeah.
What you got?
You gotta stay here.
Not yet,
How are the eyes?
Pinpoint eyes.
Any rise or fall in the chest?
Very little pain. He has a strong pulse on his pulse. So he responded to the first Narcan. Prescribed Xanax and something else.
Okay. So pinpoint eyes. Looks like he's not breathing correct. Did you already push Narcan?
And heart medicine.
How long for the first one?
Just a like a minute ago.
All right, give it a second, see if we get the desired effect. If not, we'll push a second. There you go.
He's been doing that as soon as I get another.
All right,
Very light pulse now.
as long as you got a decent pulse.
Yeah, I got it.
There we go. Rise and fall in the chest, so we're good. Just strap that on in case he goes.
Follow these instructions. Make sure
Here,
911 is
grab the
called
next
now.
Narcan. If we're not getting the desired effect, go ahead and push a second dose.
Spare chest. Remove or touch clothing if needed.
Slowing down the pulse.
As long as it's been about 2 minutes, we can push a second. Go ahead.
Remove the white square package from lid of AED.
He's already had one shot of Narcan.
Yeah,
Tear
it's
open
From
white
us?
package
From us. We gave it to him on the bed.
So he can't overdose from Narcan.
I know that. I was just letting you know. I didn't
Okay.
have that would be a
Rotation spare
problem.
chest.
We gave it to him in
Exactly
the
as shown
bedroom
on
just in
pad.
case
This
the
pad
Narcan
can be
gave it
placed on
All right.
either of the
Thank
two
you, guys.
locations as shown on pads.
to us.
Do not touch the patient.
How far out is it? Let me see
Analyzing
how far
heart
out.
rhythm. Please
I don't know.
wait.
Let me go. You gonna monitor? Let me go outside and make sure we get
Do not
them in.
touch the
I'll do some
patient.
pulse.
Analyze.
We got an older male, looks like maybe mid 50s, 60s, has prescriptions for Xanax and other stuff. He's got pinpoint pupils, bluish lips. They claim still we're getting a little bit of a response, but it's not normal breathing. He does look like he has rise and fall in the chest. Gonna be upstairs, the last apartment on the right, E296. We did push 2 Narcans because we didn't get a good response from anything. He's starting to do kind of like the snort breathing.
Okay.
And we're getting a little bit better of a response. We got an AED strapped to him now to monitor his vitals. I don't know if doesn't sound like they've started CPR or anything. Just leave the door open. Listen, does he use any sort of heroin, fentanyl, anything like that? Any drug usage? But he has prescription for opiates.
Right now, because he's been through a lot.
Does he ever abuse his pain medication?
Not that we know of.
Where is his prescription for pain medicine?
I mean, you got that, and that's all that room.
That's all
Okay.
that there.
You guys happen to have your identification on you?
Mine's in that room in there.
Okay, you
but
can
I
get it for us.
I can tell you all the information on it. If you
Yeah.
want.
his son.
Okay, that's your
I know
dad?
the number and everything.
How old's your dad?
I just 60.
Have you ever found him like this before? Okay. So it looks to be pretty consistent with an opiate overdose. It could be accidental. But even though, like you said, you push Narcan, what happens is that the level of opiates in someone's system could be up here. And the Narcan has to balance it out. And until the Narcan takes over, we don't get a proper response from them.
Okay.
So even though we push more, we're trying to get that Narcan to go jump the opiate level
Okay.
and bring him back to a normal state.
Okay.
The problem is that once he comes back to a normal state, he'll usually not remember much, maybe not want any medical help, but he needs to get medical help
Oh, yeah.
because when that Narcan wears out,
Okay.
opiate level rises,
Oh, yeah.
he can overdose again. Okay, so listen, he's not going to be allowed to have visitors, but he will call you when he's able to come out.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Like I
all
said,
right.
that could take anywhere from 8 up to they can hold him for whatever time they need to make sure that he detoxes and make sure that there's nothing in his system, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, you guys have a good night. All right, you need anything, give us a call.
All right.
Hey, they changed their mind. You just want to go back up there and let the people know where he's going. So they're going to go to Cape Canaveral, I guess. Rockledge has a 2-hour hold. Go ahead.
I'm working on it. I just cut it. Right? He knows.
Hey, give him some hair.
Yeah, I'm always jealous of 41 when they show up. They got the best hair in the game.
That's it.
Four 2297. At the other side, looks like he's on the other side of the parking lot. What's going on? They got 2 canine units coming to her.
What's up, Tyler?
You good?
Doing good, baby. How you doing?
See how many doors? There's nothing on the north side. It's like the front of the sanctuary, but there's a door over here that's I think it was locked to prevent it from shutting, but it's open.
So, didn't properly
I
secure.
don't know if
it.
there's a delay with the door, but I pulled it, walked away, and then the alarm went off. I was like, oh no, someone heard me and ran out the side. So I've been kind of looking around. It's the door. You see the light right there?
Yeah.
There's a door. That's the door that's open. We'll just wait.
The open door is on the southeast corner of the building. So if you want to come over here. Radcliffe. Radcliffe. We're going to go in with them. Just post up there.
Sheriff's Office K-9, not something now you can get bit.
You want 1033?
Not for this building, though.
Last warning, Sheriff's Office K-9, not something now you can get bit.
Hey.
We got this.
Go ahead. I'll hold.
You hold that on the thing.
Sound like it's just more of an unsecured door.
Yeah.
Or
all
improperly secured.
All that back is completely clear.
Okay.
Except for a bunch of locked doors. There's
Okay.
4 or 5 locked doors.
Yeah. It sounded like when Harold pulled on the door, it sounded like the lock was done, but it just wasn't properly secured. So.
Gotcha.
I thought you went out already.
No. What's it like to work in a community where the citizens protect you just as much as we protect them?
It's nice. I mean, today's day and age, we see all the things that are in the news and kind of plaster the newspapers and all over social media with the lack of support for law enforcement. And then you come back or you work in Brevard County and it's almost like a throwback. It feels like the community, the citizens are watching your back as much as you're watching theirs. They're always stopping you when you're out on a call or even having dinner or grabbing a cup of coffee saying thank you for what we're doing. And really it's kind of refreshing.
Man, Chris, thanks for letting me ride with you tonight, brother. I had an
Sheriff.
awesome time, man. It was great sharing the night with you, and you're representing us very well out there, man. Thanks for all you
Thanks, sir.
do, brother. Be safe.
Appreciate it.
So I hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of Riding Shotgun with Deputy Chris Anterio. What a great young man. He is representing our agency with just absolute professionalism, doing a great job working with his team. As you can see, our team's all over making sure everybody's staying safe. So thanks for being with us tonight and allowing us to go and ride shotgun with Deputy Chris Anterio.